So one of the things that will become super important as we get ready for the Get Ready to Ride safety check is the difference between non-directional friendly energy and directional energy. So when you look at the simulation to learn a little bit more how to use your intent and your energy and your body language, this was always directional. It was always with the intent to go somewhere. And now we need to understand the difference between friendly, non-directional energy and directional energy, where we're asking our horse to go somewhere. And for our horse, that is often tricky because a lot of times energy can feel like pressure to them because of their previous experience when it comes to teaching with pressure and release, pressure and release. So we want to make sure that our horse has a thorough understanding of the difference. And the next exercise is basically just a test to see where your horse is at when it comes to non-directional energy. Now, I'm doing this in my front area, where this is really my arena, my liberty pen, my hangout area. It has all kinds of different functions, but you want to have a bigger area, not just a small paddock, because if your horse has any concerns, you want your horse to freely move away so that you then can figure out where your horse's threshold is. We don't want to set it up where our horse feels like cornered or becomes claustrophobic or anything like that. Okay, so let's get started and I show you what that looks like with my horses. So here you can see me walking at an ample distance away from the horses, swinging my stick and string. And this is what I mean with non-directional energy. It means absolutely nothing. I just decided to swing my stick and string left and right, left and right. And what's really important is that we are incorporating rhythm in this exercise, because rhythm provides consistency and helps our horse to relax and become confident. So you can see that this is a fairly large area. If the horses at any given point were concerned, they could easily move away from me. I also make sure that I'm watching their body language and that I'm staying in the safe zone at any given time. We don't want the horses to become defensive and possibly kick or strike out. So we start away really far with less energy, and we're looking for our horse's threshold. So see how I'm gradually coming closer. I'm walking around the horses. I'm swinging my stick left and right and left and right. So there's the consistency, and the variety is I am coming closer. And you can see that Gus and Cash, they just keep on eating the hay, while JB off and on lifts his head. You can see right here. But notice how he can go back to eating and how his head was level with his withers. And it was more of a checking out, right? What are you doing versus, oh boy, I'm concerned. What in the world is this, right? So this is a great exercise where your horse has all the choice and all the free will to stick around or to leave. And I like to do it when the horses are eating, because then it becomes so obvious whether the horses are concerned or not. And right there, Cash had pushed JB a little bit out of the way, and now he would have had the opportunity to move away from the whole commotion. But he came right back to the place and started eating, despite that I am now increasing my energy consistently. And this is quite a change from doing a little to doing a whole lot. And so you can see that JB's head came up a little bit higher, but he also went back to eating. But he's the only one that feels the need to kind of check out what I'm doing. So those are all the things that you want to look for in your horse. And usually you want to gradually increase the energy and gradually change the rhythm. I'm just making a point here so you guys can really see the difference. So the goal for this exercise is that you explore any thresholds that your horse might have around non-directional energy, movement, and noise. You want to be able to use low, medium, and high energy. You also want to be able to come closer and eventually even add noise and more motion to it, like you can see right here. I'm slapping the ground and I'm really swinging the string up high, and I'm seeing whether my horses have any objection to that. So now remember, you want to use rhythm, you want to use retreat and reapproach, and you want to use different patterns that you gradually build on each other. For example, here I'm really swinging the stick and string above my head in a different area, and I'm adding a whizzing noise to it. At any given point, we do not want our horse to become scared. So make sure that you start out with very little and you increase slowly but steadily. And as soon as you find your horse's threshold, you back off and reintroduce it again. Imagine that it is a conversation between you and your horse around the stick and string moving and making sounds.